Hey everybody, this is Ian. I'm actually coming to you not playing a game this time, trying different things. I talk a lot, so sometimes, I don't know, I talk about things and I'd like to do some back and forth in the future, but for right now, this will have to do. Just hi everybody. Uh, there's been a lot on my mind recently, actually. I mean, I talk about a lot, but I see a lot of negative reviews online and people tearing away at media, garbage and whatnot, or, oh, this sucks. I mean, I get it. It can be fun when somebody puts time and effort to explain what they don't like about a product. And sometimes really funny. I mean, there are times where I'm just laughing my head off at a review or somebody just wants to tear something apart. I'm like, yeah, that is funny, and it's great. I know there's times where I want to hear the negative review because my assumption is that they'll be, well, more biased and detailed in what they felt. Curious about a new controller? Well, let's see what the critic has to say about it. However, that's rarely the case. It's strange how easy it is to see negativity as meaning intelligent, something that's universally enjoyed, but this one person has the brilliant reason why it isn't that good, even terrible. Clearly, they can cut through the fog of the starry-eyed people and see to the truth. Well, there are times that does frustrate me. The incessant nitpicking to be clever can be really tiring. I tend to avoid those things, which sadly means I don't find the good stuff till much later due to how it's presented. Some people can not only feel threatened or irate, but they can take it too far. I mean, anyone remember the third Batman film by Christopher Nolan? That one dude that wrote a bad review and got death threats? I mean, come on, people. That's ridiculous. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, and I wanted to research on it, check the scholar papers, but I don't know. I mean, maybe we tie something we love to the things that we consume, media. And if somebody hates it, it can threaten the way we feel about ourselves. Even worse, if that person is smart. I mean, it can make us feel like the money we spent on the media that we enjoy was a foolish idea and make us in turn feel foolish. And so we push back. Well, I'm not an idiot for liking this song. I'm not an idiot for liking this actor. You're that I don't know. But in the end, it's just an opinion. I mean, I love me some bad films. The Mario Brothers movie, the old one, which even the actors hated. I got it on Blu-ray and Laserdisc, thank you very much, and I'll watch it regularly. I love that movie. Well, the reason I bring it up is I've been taking some flack for not liking certain games that are very, 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 very popular. So I thought I'd talk about one company in particular, Rockstar. So to start off, I never really played the series in its heyday. My first run at it was GTA Vice City, and sure, I loved the 80s feel and the sense of humor the game had. It was really cool driving around the city, listening to music, checking out the areas, completing all the missions, and I actually did beat the main storyline. I finished almost everything in the game. It was great finding the hidden secrets. I love jacking cars and making a mess of the place. And I even like the fact that apparently Grand Theft Auto started with a glitch. Programming is not great with me, but I do understand that a item needs to take up a physical space on the map. They had it to where you're driving around, which I assume they were working on Midnight Club, and they made it to where the cars were supposed to the car off. It was supposed to push it off, but the cop cars apparently wanted to take the place of that spot. So while the other cars would try to nudge them off or push them off the road, the police cars would just be all over it, freaking out, trying to get in there. And it was so funny that they wanted to keep annoying the police. And they thought, hey, let's do that as a regular game, which is neat. I laugh at that idea. It is really, really cool. And it's neat to think of some, company as small as they are making this game that just was wonderfully enjoyed. After I played that game, I thought, man, I want to try San Andreas. So I played it and I got into it and I liked the characters. I got to the part where you learn how to break into houses, and I'd been getting kind of bored for a while. I took a break and I never really got back into it. A little later, I thought maybe it was me. So I thought, well, maybe I need to go back because I enjoyed Vice City. So I thought maybe the magic would be there with Grand Theft Auto 3, and it was even more boring. I mean, smaller city, less of a story, no talking character. Maybe I would have enjoyed it the first time around. I don't know. And it makes me question if I had beaten Grand Theft Auto 3, if I would have enjoyed Vice City or if I would have found it to be more of the same. I mean, it's just the same grind, and that's fine. But it was the same reason why I loved Mario Galaxy, but never really got that into Mario Galaxy 2. Same game, just with a few new features, but that wasn't what I was looking for. However, I did play a lot of the new Red Dead Redemption 2. It was passable. All right, calm down. Again, I still, I mean, it was still a really good game. I just ended up getting bored, but I did play a lot more than I played any of the other games. To be fair, the ability to let me ride the horses and have the camera look like a movie helped immensely. However, there was a lot of frustrating things, and I'm kind of surprised I played as long as I did, which is a testament to the game and how well it was made, at least. I, I mean, so when I first started playing, it was neat, starting like a movie. A very, very slow movie. I'll be honest, the long, slow cutscenes in games can be tiring, and I want to get in there and do stuff, you know? I mean, God of War, there's a moment to the trees, hand on the trees, chop the tree down, you're moving. And yeah, you can't do everything at once, but at least you're moving the game around, you're doing things. Spider-Man, wake up, hit this button, you're off and away. And yeah, I'm going to use those games because I loved those games. New era of gaming, yes. Slow cutscenes can be tiring. It's exposition, and even worse when you have to press a button to keep the horse moving. It took way too long to figure out which bearded, brown-haired person I was from the others. The controls really are dated. I've been playing, Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Spider-Man, and soon Ghosts of Tsushima. So when I had to make a run, there's this moment where it's like, okay, run as fast as you can, and it goes off. Instinctively, I went for the R2 button, up on the controller, because I'm used to that as moving around and running. And he started shooting instead because that's the shoot button, and then the character kind of tripped or shot something, and I failed. Really, Rockstar? We still have to press the X button to run and tap it fast to move? You could have done that just as easily with the R2 button or something. And I get it. It was a callback to the older games. That's what they started with. That's what everybody's used to, and that's fine. We'll get to that in a second. But the collision kind of bothered me too. Several times I was in town, I nudged a person. They'd fall over flat and freak out. Or I'd just be walking and suddenly everybody freaks out. You assaulted this person. I did what? And I'm in trouble. Come on, game. The character should know the basics of walking and not shoving people to the ground. Assassin's Creed did that. The combat was convoluted. I remember there was a game period where I had to snipe some dudes to help somebody out. And then I got attacked by short range. I tried to punch, but I couldn't because I had to deselect the item. And then I tried to do that, but he also wouldn't do it because it didn't understand that this was now... Eventually, oh my gosh, it took me more times than I care to admit to get through that level because I had to remember which button was which button at the drop of a hat and do it a little bit early. That's fine, but the controls... So, as I said before, the mechanics are the same ones that they used in their early games, 90s, early 2000s, whatever, and that's what their core group is accustomed to. That's what they're used to. But changing things so they work better should be a priority. I mean, when something can be done better or smoother, make the adjustment. During the Wild West 3D period of the late 90s, which we can talk about another time, people just threw ideas at the wall to see what stuck. Umber's Turk for the N64, if I remember correctly, it used the left side to aim and the right side to move. It was popular and everybody was, happy playing it, I mean, that wasn't until analog sticks became a thing. then it was just normal to have the character movement on the right and or the camera movement on the right, character movement on the left. It was intuitive and simple. So when Turret came back and tried to use the old control scheme, it was a nightmare. The game probably had enough issues as it was, much less controls, but maybe if they'd at least cleaned up the controls, it could have been somewhat passable. And again, I might be wrong. This is just stuff that hearsay. So if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. So I did play a lot more of this game than I played of Grand Theft Auto 5. And I might revisit it someday. But Rockstar does the same thing over and over with prettier graphics. The rare exception to me that I do I'm okay with that with is role-playing games, which can sometimes use the same mechanics. Then again, I don't know, Dragon Warrior 12 is different from 7 and even 6. Each one does mix it up a little bit, while still keeping most of the same elements. And, I don't know. If I enjoy the storyline, that's cool. It's just, I don't know, that we've all got different things we like. Rockstar, the company, makes so much money, it's crazy. I've heard Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5 each pulled in like $1 billion each. I mean, probably pulling in more in online revenue. So my opinion is meaningless to them. It's not going to take a bite out of any profits. Heck, it could actually add to their profits. A negative review, people go, I want to see that, and they'll go check it out. Yes, to the 3 people that see this. Everyone is going to have something they love. I love open world games. But I realized a while back, I like to have the world reject my being there. To wander and have things attack me, like Elder Scrolls, Zelda Breath of the Wild, And I know there are people that hate that. I remember talking to somebody who said that he liked exploring the world and not have to suddenly get attacked by something. And, well, in GTA, unless it's a territory not run by you, of course. But, yeah, different methods of enjoying a game. So Rockstar never really interested me. So they'll get up, they'll tell the big thing, and I don't really care. It's not for me. I do wonder, though, would I like it if they swapped? Okay, stay with me. Maybe one day they'll actually swap with Bethesda. Bethesda will take their Skyrim engine, Fallout 4, whatever, and do this massive modern-day game using Skyrim-style mechanics. Oh, that would be amazing. Or maybe Rockstar will make a fantasy world using their mechanics. Is that just Witcher? Is Witcher 3 just a fantasy Grand Theft Auto? I might have blown my mind there. So, anyway, I just wanted to share my thoughts, and it's okay to have an opinion on something you love or something you hate. Just don't make somebody feel bad for loving it. I will defend... I'm not a fan of Madden, but I will defend Madden because I know why people love that game. I'm not a fan of most first-person shooters, but I will defend them. I'm more BioShock Infinite, Borderlands than Call of Duty or Battlefield. Not that I don't enjoy playing them with friends. But, we've all got the things that we like and the dislike. Right now I'm playing Death Road to Canada, a little 16-bit game where you have to survive a zombie apocalypse, and pretty much playing it solo, which is still fun. I hope I beat it this time. I don't know why I'm so excited. I don't think it does anything, but man, I love that game. So anyway, that was my thoughts. Until next time, be good to yourself, be good to others, let people enjoy whatever they want to enjoy. Later, gamers, have yourself an awesome time. Take care.